So we've got here the Ultra Strap, which is a logistics strap, 5 meters long, exactly the same as the really popular 5 meter Logi strap. It's made by VELCRO and is made in exactly the same way, where you have flag stitched joints. The flag stitching is on the hook and the loop and on the buckle ends. On the hook and loop end, there is a handy loop coin stitched in, so that that's just there for when you roll the strap up. It just creates a closure to keep the straps neat and tidy. So they're made in exactly the same way, same steel buckle. The hook is the same, different color on the Ultra, but it is the same standard woven hook. The difference is in the loop. So on the Ultra, we have an unnapped, unbrushed loop, whereas on the Logi strap range, as standard, they're all brushed, napped loop. So what this does is the cycle life on the Ultra is higher because the loops haven't been broken or brushed. So they're all uniform in rows, and they are literally just rows and rows of loop. Because they're unbrushed, they don't have the same break point as brushed, napped loop. So what happens is that over many, and we're talking thousands of open and closures, what you'd find is that these loops would start to break, and it would then reduce the shear strength of the closure itself. So over time, and we're talking, a 50% loss over 5,000 cycles. So, the reality is that there is a great life expectancy on the standard Logi straps. The Ultra strap has been made with this unnapped or unbrushed loop because the tape itself is classed as a reinforced loop. And that's because it has a webbing on the back. So it's a much thicker tape. So this is great if you want to secure loads that are perhaps sharp. I mean, we would always say, if the edges where you're trying to strap down are sharp and likely to cut, then just pack it out with some cardboard, just to sort of give the strap a barrier on either the standard Logi strap or even the Ultra. But the Ultra strap has, because of the webbing back, the edge is much less likely to tear and to try and puncture. It would be much harder to puncture this as it would this. So the Ultra strap is kind of the heavy duty version of the Logi strap. We've had it made up by the good people at VELCRO. So that is it. It is the same hook tip, but it has a reinforced, unnapped loop. So the cycle life is much higher. The peel strength, peel strength is the force at which is required to separate the hook from the loop. The shear strength is the strength it provides as a closure. So the peel strength is slightly less than that when you use napped or brushed loop. It's a little bit more aggressive on the peel, but on the shear strength, they are both comparable. So there we have it. That is the Ultra pallet strap.